Okay, Wilbur Soot, the guy literally had like so many allegations come out against him. He did an update video. I don't know how I haven't seen it. I guess the guy just hasn't been that popular recently. Yeah, I say let's just have a look at it.
Of 2025. I hope you've all been well. This video is going to be a bit of a different one for me. I've never been very good at update videos, but this channel's been inactive for so long, I thought one was...
Damn, look at that like to dislike ratio. Oh no.
Probably well overdue. So I wanted to take this opportunity to quickly talk about what I've been up to the past couple of years, what you can expect from me going forward, and of course, future YouTube content. I've been really quite busy these past few months, so I haven't really had that much to show you guys anyway. But as most of you probably already know, that isn't the only reason I've been so quiet. If you don't mind...
I'll be honest, so far, it's not bad. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if he's going to say anything later, but, like, so far, it's an okay start.
Take a quick minute to touch on that before I move into what the future holds. There's been a lot of different clashing labels and opinions about me on the internet over the past year, the loudest of which on both sides of the fence have been quite unhealthy, stemming from accusations made about me from just over a year ago. And look, I'm not here to drop any bombshells. I don't want to reopen any old discussions. I responded to the situation in February of last year, and I still stand by everything I said in that statement. I understand it was misinterpreted by some people, probably due to my wording, and I know some people are still looking for clarity, especially nowadays where personal transparency is more common amongst content creators than it's ever been before. However, this clarity, the clarity I've offered to my close friends and my family, would mean publicly sharing deeply personal parts of my private life and my relationships with the internet. I've never been comfortable doing that, and I don't believe that should be the cost of being understood. All I can say is that the labels that have been attributed to me by social media are not true, and I don't accept them. I don't believe in this expectation that content creators should use their platforms to attack and defend, and I definitely don't think that's how serious accusations should be handled.
I mean, to be fair, when you have like 5.5 million subscribers, yeah, you might not want to use your platform to have to defend yourself, but you're gonna have to sometimes. Sometimes you just have to. If the accusations are this bad and, you know, the stuff that came out is this bad and your own friends are literally attacking you online, saying like, oh, I can't believe I associated with this person. Like, I remember Tommy Innit was probably one of the bigger ones where he was just like, I hope the victim is okay here. If your own friend is doing that, god damn, like, you're gonna have to defend yourself using your platform. Like, you might not want to, but you're gonna have to.
I've felt this way for a really long time now, having seen other content creators go through similar situations, and I know it's not a perspective that's going to satisfy everyone, but it's one I can get behind, and I hope that makes sense to you. None of this is me trying to dig up or dwell on the past here. I would just feel very strange if I carried on without at least acknowledging the past year, because all I can do now is move forward, and I hope you enjoy what I've been working on. So, for those of you that know, I'm in a band called Lovejoy. And in 2024, we did a tour.
No way, this is just a promotion.
Asia, including Japan and Thailand. We did a tour of Australia. We did a few shows in the United States.
It's just a promotion. Are we serious? Oh, okay.
Okay. And it was exhausting and very surreal. But it was all made worth it by how many of you guys came and showed up and gave us your love and support. We're eternally grateful. And we filmed a few hours of behind-the-scenes footage while we were out there, which we've already edited down and put onto our new behind-the-scenes channel. So if you're at those shows, you're a Lovejoy fan, or you're
from what I'm getting, he's just moving on. I don't think he's trying to back down from what he did. Maybe, I don't know, but he's just promoting shit. Like what?
It'll be down in the description. The band and I wrote a few tracks. And then in classic fashion, we scrapped all of those tracks and started work on some new ones, which later came on to become our finished debut album, which will be coming out later this year. I wish I could tell you the date, but I am not allowed. But if you can't wait, our debut single, With Rob as My Witness, is coming out on June 20th, complete with its own music video on our official band channel, which will be in the description.
Is that it?
Got my YouTube covers on there. Any of it.
Bro, he's literally just promoting stuff. Okay, so that was his first video. Hold on. That is the guy's first video in 2 years. Oh my god. Legit felt like he was about to pull out the ukulele. Are we serious? Oh my god. I love everyone gathering the... Oh, okay. Yeah. Looks like a Victorian... What? I can't tell if people are happy about this or not. The like to dislike ratio doesn't say so. Let me analyze the comments here. What are people saying? 100% negative. Okay. Overwhelming response is negative. Many comments focusing on the creators' appearance, lack of regarding. This is the thing, like, okay, promote something cool, but like literally 60% of the video is this guy promoting stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure people don't care, respectfully. I think people want to know what's going on, what's the response. Like, he's been gone for 2 years. I don't know. Anyway, Curse did a video on this, so let's have a look.
Every few months on YouTube, we see the return of creators who either abandoned their audience or got run off the internet by some allegations. And today happens to be no different, because 5 days ago, Wilbur Soot decided to come back to YouTube with a video titled An Update Video. Now, for those of you who actually frequent the outside world and see the rare sight of grass, then you may not know about the Wilbur Soot situation. So for starters, back then, like 5-ish years ago, Wilbur Soot was one of the biggest Minecraft creators on the platform. Followers across multiple platforms, and I mean, the guy has many Minecraft videos pulling over 10 million views, which I mean is an insane 5-6 Dream SMP. You know what they say, for Wilbur Soot up with all the Dream SMP drama, or the drama that the members got into back then, but I definitely saw a lot of videos on this specific topic. So about a year ago, his ex-girlfriend, who also happened to be a Minecraft YouTuber, came out with a strange story talking about how she had been abused in a past relationship. And although she never specifically name dropped who she was in the relationship with that had abused her, it didn't take the fans being geniuses to figure out who she was talking about. During the stream, she talked about being bitten constantly, like to the point where she was covered in bruises and had to use a safe word just to make him stop biting her. And she had even added that sometimes the safe word wouldn't always work and he'd bite down harder. And I'm not gonna lie, when I first heard the story,
okay, yeah. So now that we're being reminded of what actually happened, that kind of makes this response that Wilbur made just even worse. Because it's like, bro, this is all that came out against you, and we're not gonna talk about it.
I thought it was like jokes and she was trolling, because I physically couldn't wrap my head around a grown man wanting to bite his girlfriend, especially to the point where bruises are showing up all over her body. Like, I don't know, I just feel like that's kind of strange. Like, if you agree. Also, according to her, every time she tried to talk to him about it, he'd brush it off and say she was being dramatic, or claim that her pain tolerance was just...
Look, and obviously it's hard, right? Because a lot of the time, it's so hard to prove what happened. But realistically, I think the general consensus and the way that Wilbur responded is that it is probably true. I don't want to get involved in that. Like, I don't know. I'm not Wilbur. I'm not the girlfriend. But like, realistically, like, I understand people have different preferences when they're in relationships. But if you have a safe word and the safe word gets said and you make it worse, you don't stop, like, that's just where it goes down the
just low
very bad slippery slope.
When you hear the stuff that she was saying, you would think that she's trolling or like playing a joke, because some of the actions doesn't seem becoming of like a real human being, especially a grown man. But apparently what she was saying was based in a bit of truth, because after she went on live stream and said all this stuff, Wilbur actually went public and confirmed that he had been biting her. However, he also added in his response that he thought the biting and everything was consensual and that she had enjoyed being bitten. And my first question is, who enjoys being bitten to the point where bruises are showing up? Is that like some weird fetish I don't know about? But anyway, after everything went public and he started getting a ton of online backlash for it, he completely disappeared from the online space. No more videos on YouTube, no more streams on Twitch, and not even a single Instagram post. And since his disappearance for over a year ago, he hasn't made a single post online. All until, well, 5 days ago, when he finally returned with the YouTube video titled An Update.
Hello, people of 2025.
Yeah, we've already seen this.
Think they're wrong, would probably defend their position a little bit more rather than post.
That's what I'm saying. He didn't defend himself. He's literally just sitting there. What did he even say? I don't even remember. He literally just like, yeah, I've been inactive, blah, blah, blah. People have been wondering where I am. And he's sort of said like, oh, I don't want to talk about it because I'd have to go into very private details of my life. It's like, well, then why would you make the video then? You're not defending yourself. That's all people want from you. It's like, is that a good enough explanation to not talk about anything at all? Oh, I don't want to go into my personal private life. I don't want to have to use my platform to defend myself and whatever. It's like, bro, you left the internet for 2 years. Like, you're gonna have to. Like, there's no way out of it.
And just disappear forever. But hey, that's just me.
I understand it was misinterpreted by some people, probably due to my wording, and I know some people are still looking for clarity, especially nowadays where personal transparency is more common amongst content creators than it's ever been
He's
before.
not showing any transparency
at all.
However,
the clarity I've offered to my close friends and my family would mean publicly sharing deeply personal parts of my private life.
It's like here's the thing. He might have resolved relationships in his personal life. That's whatever. I don't know. I'm not Wilbur Soot, but it's like, bro, when you're coming back to the online space where you have millions and millions and millions of followers, you have to talk about it. There's no, oh, I want it to be private. I want it to be this. I want it to be that. Unfortunately, this is the price you pay when you become an influencer. You're gonna have allegations come out against you. When you get big enough, it doesn't matter how big you are, whether they're true or not, you're gonna have allegations come out against you. And if you want to defend yourself, you have to do it. That's the trade-off of becoming an influencer. I don't know if this guy wasn't ready for that or he didn't realize that, but like, when you're making all this money online, you're gonna have to deal with that. That's just how it is.
Relationships with the internet.
It sucks,
I've never
but
been comfortable doing
you have
that,
to deal with it.
and I don't believe that should be the cost of being understood.
And once again, I kind of disagree. Now, I understand the aspect of not putting all of your personal info on the internet. I completely agree with that aspect of it. But if you're gonna make a comeback video after disappearing for a year and the entire reason you left was because of serious abuse allegations, I feel like this is one of the only times where you would want to be more transparent. Because if the whole point was to not elaborate any further on the topic, knowing everybody wants to hear it.
And to have this like vague response like he did, and then spend 60% of the video just promoting stuff. It's like, yeah, cool, you want to promote it, but I just don't think this is the time or place at all. Like, god damn, this guy was away for literally like 6 years. No, not 6 years. He was away for like 2 years. Like, bro, you gotta come back with something stronger than this.
The point of the update video. Why not have a Cody Co return where you don't address anything and you just keep posting?
That would have been better, honestly. If he just came back, did a Cody Co return where he just kind of ignored it, went to another channel, did whatever, I feel like that probably would have been better. If you didn't want to address it, realistically, if you didn't want to talk about it, why would you do this where you make an update video, basically clickbaiting people into thinking that you're going to talk about it when you don't talk about it? God damn. Yeah, this could have been handled so much better.